Hello everyone, my name's Bottletophornet and welcome back to Vault Hunters. We're in a vault. We're starting off this episode straight away in the vaults, and we got gilded but we also got crowded, so I am going to have to be dealing with a lot of mobs. But I figured we'd start off the episode popping in here to see what we could get as far as loot. Ooh, nice. Hopefully get ourselves a bunch of star essence and maybe some other goodies as well, and then get into another few things that I want to get done, such as some farms to help us get a few more emeralds and maybe a couple of extra vaults as well to make some progress. So let's see how this vault goes. I feel like at the moment the thing that I'm most interested in is as much star essence as possible. Getting vault diamonds and stuff is actually almost easier at this point. So until we reach level 25 and we start taking some vault hunters on, some vault, what are they called? Where the people run at you. Until then, I think we're going to be searching for skill essence quite a lot. All right, let's move on after looting a little bit. Ooh, nice. Not nice. Let's put a few of those things away when we can and take all of that sand. Thank you. All right. Goodness. There's stuff everywhere. Skill essence. Worth it. You can definitely see the crowded in play here with how many of those are spawning together. So hopefully if we keep our wits about us and keep moving through smart, I should be alright. But since the last episode, I did switch this sword over to a Smite 5 and also upgraded it to Netherite so that we would have a little bit of an easier time taking on some of these guys. Ow. And we might just do this. I missed my head though. Quite a few people in the comments don't seem to understand, so I will address it here. Throwing a splash potion up into the air gives you more of an effect. I've tested this. You can get half a heart or up to a heart more health from throwing the potion straight up into the air so that it hits you on the head than if you threw it directly at the ground. So when I have time and when I feel like I need more health, that's why I tend to do that. I will still throw it at the ground in a pinch, as I did at the end of last episode when I was very, very close to running out of time and had to run away. During those fights, I threw it at the ground, but worth mentioning. I will throw in that I appreciate the people who comment suggestions and stuff. Just be sure not to get too backseaty. I do want to experience this mod pack on my own in a way that is unique to me. As such, I won't be doing everything perfectly. I won't be making the exact decisions that everyone will want to see. I hope you guys can understand that and let me fail as well as succeed, if that makes sense. It's all about having fun and enjoying my time playing through this, and I don't want you guys to feel like I'm going to be providing a perfect experience, a perfect playthrough, because I'm just not. I'm going to provide my experience and my playthrough. All right, 15 minutes left. Let's see how we go. Oof. The mob traps and the crowded together can definitely sneak up on you, but thankfully we're still not quite too high a level that we're going to be getting a bunch of overly difficult mobs. It's mostly just zombies for now, which I can handle. Mostly handle. The babies though. But I should try not to get too much time wasted sitting around fighting them when I could be moving on looking for new places. So I'm just going to speed run around the area, try and find a bunch of chests, maximize my chance of getting skill essence, and then we'll move on. Especially with all these gilded. There we go. Oh my goodness. Perfect example. I feel like we're doing pretty decent so far. Let's see what our luck is like. Oh, avoid that source of evil. We'll see what our luck is like over in the other wings, and then hopefully get out nice and safe. Although, I don't think I've seen any obelisks yet, but we could take on a boss. It's not that bad of a vault to do that in. Doesn't look like much that way, so I'm going to check this side. Again, not much, but we're here now. I'd really like to get an Omega room. Omega? I think I've said this last time. I never know. Even though we don't have safe zone, the amount of gilded chests that we've gotten without it being trapped has been pretty good. Our ratio is pretty nice. I will grab that as well. So I'm pretty happy with the loot that we've gotten so far. Getting one really nice room before we leave, though, would be a cherry on top. Getting plenty of cookies, though, which I'm very happy about. If we did happen to get ourselves an Omega room, oh god, I'm just going to give up here. We might get lucky and hit level 25, because we are finding a lot. Oh, that skill essence is so lovely to see. Please and thank you. Ooh, a time altar. Honestly, I am going to start making my way back anyway. If we happen to find 2 altars on the way, or obelisks, I might make an attempt at a boss, but I'm going to grab that for the cookies. For me so far, it's pretty much been a near guarantee that I will get cookies from those things, so we're going to head on. I see another obelisk in this room, which is great. Not a huge fan of how many zombies are coming after me right now. Ooh, I like these rooms. We'll take this obelisk, quickly loot up top, and if the next room on the way back doesn't give us what we need, we can just bail. We are getting so much skill essence, though. These gilded chests, amazing. The amount of zombies, not so much. Oh, the vault diamonds too. Alright, let me quickly store away some stuff, and let's go. We're going to have to speed loot this to get out of this vault safely, so let's just get into it. Alright. Well, where is my way home? This way. If this room doesn't have an obelisk, that's fine. We'll just head on out. I think we actually might have come back through to our original room. So, with my last 2 minutes, we'll see what's over here and either fight a boss or get out. A couple more gilded chests would be amazing. Like that. I think at this rate, it looks like no obelisk. This will be our last loot. Oh, that was not what I wanted to happen. Scared the living daylights out of me. Alright. I think it's a sign. It's a sign to head back. I got very lucky that that didn't do too much damage. We'll have a quick check up top while we're in the last room, or the first room, and that'll just about do it. Wait, let me in. Thank you. Bye. Okay. It wasn't really a bad vault, all things considered. Look at that. Star essence and vault diamonds. Very happy with that. Star essence gets us up to, that's not what I wanted to do, 43, and we need 72, so that's 29 more for our next knowledge star. We got a decent supply of other goodies. Actually, a lot of that I need to sort out correctly, like so. Ooh. An enchanted golden apple? Interesting. Let me sort out this stuff, and then... Did I put that away in there? Ah, we'll see how many levels we get from those cookies, and we might run another vault. Alright, my favourite part after early vaults is doing all this stuff. Ooh, ooh, interesting. Part of the element set. We actually have the air element there too. I'm probably going to take these things and put them in another area. For now, we're just going to put it up in here. But that's cool. We got 2 out of 4 of the element set. Nothing that crazy from there. Although the extra carrots is nice to top us up. And that's 1 level at least. But we made some progress. We also got a granite statue. Luckily in that last vault, I actually only used 1 potion, so I'm not too worried about trying to get more. I might grab a second one of these. And 6 potions should do me okay for another vault. I'm going to grab a fair supply of these extra bits, and I'll keep a power bar on me again just in case. But I think we're going to run another one. I want to make progress. I think I'd like to hit level 25 in this episode. Plus, I have a couple of farm builds that I want to do. So, we'll grab our boss crate once again and go into another vault. Nothing around, it's dangerous. Let's go. Healing easy. Okay, and 4 obelisks. We're going to speedrun this. Give me 7 people to kill, please. Healing is such an amazing modifier, especially early game. I don't really have to worry about anything. I'm going to dig into here to see whether I can get someone to come out. If I can get these guys to follow me, that'd be lovely. Don't like my chances though. 2 more. Beautiful. Alright, I'm going to leave the ones in the trees unless I can get them quite easily, like this, because I would like to try and find a great room. Since these guys are so easy to take on, I don't really have to worry about dying. So the quicker I can loot, the more rooms I can go through, the better. I think I'm going to try and run as many rooms as I can in this. In the search of an Amiga room. It gets me every time. You guys are going to make fun of me for this, but I don't care. So I'm going to try and loop around and explore as much of this as I can. I think I'm going to ignore rooms unless they are worthwhile looting. Like, unless it's an amazing room, I'm just going to run through it. I know it might be a waste of the the modifiers in some people's eyes, but looking for all of the obelisks while going around searching for a great room just feels like a good use of my time. We'll have a quick look and see in these ones whether or not anything is worth looting into. Looking for some rare ores, if I can. Alright, didn't spot any rare ores other than the black opal, black pearl, so move on. I'm not going to bother searching too much inside of the spiders and everything. I only need 1 more obelisk now, so let's see what we can find. Probably further out to the side than I've ever been. I don't usually zigzag this often, so going out this way is a little bit new to me, but with a bit of luck, is that gold? I think it's just gold. With a bit of luck, we might find something. Yeah, look at that. Before I go looting, I am going to put away all of the extra stuff that I've managed to get, except that. That way when we get into this room, I've got a bit better luck. Quickly destroy that if I can beat them, come on. Yes, okay. Oh, no. That's alright. Let's put down some of this. Hope that we don't get something trapped. And at least the trap wasn't explosive. Oh, but maybe we don't want to go down into it. Alright. Nice. Even though it could be worth it to go through, I am. I'm going to go and look for the gilded chests in here. Why did that not hit him? Interesting. That's alright. We survived. It's okay. And let's just escape from here. Well, there's a final obelisk, but I'm not going to get that. I'm going to keep looting. Keep running to different rooms. Hopefully finding some good chests. Not like that. Getting as much of that star essence as humanly possible. And then, with a bit of luck, we'll be able to make our way to a room that has an obelisk in it to finish up and take on a boss. Ooh, is this another? Did I come from here? No, I think it's another. It is. Now, I don't know what our chances are of getting a secondary portal room, but I will need to find myself an Eye of Ender. So with a bit of luck, we find something in here. Ooh, netherite pants. Not bad. We take that and those. And no luck so far. But I'm going to go down here, and with a bit of luck, I'll find myself another one. There's nothing in here anyway. Okay. Oh, the last thing I want is a bunch of silverfish. Okay. We're making this quick then. It is okay because I do have the healing aspect going, but yeah, not ideal. Let's just put some walls between us. Okay. Up we go. Now, I know that I'm behind my portal now, as it's over there. We do have this room, which is not a bad one, honestly, for taking on the boss. The only thing would be all of these mob spawns. So let's move this way and see whether we find anything good. Okay, speedrun it is. We're getting down into these, taking what we can, and then going. Oh my god. As fast as humanly possible. Oh yes. I love seeing those vault diamonds just popping up, ready to go. Okay. Put that down again and just quickly do that. Alright. I think that's most of it. Except for this one. Alright. I now just need to find myself a boss. While I'm going, I may as well eat these apples. Ooh, but I really do want to get back to one of those rooms quite quickly. I think this is the way I came. It is. Let's take one of these cobalt apples. Let's quickly switch over and grab this. And perfect. Don't have to worry about the fire. Because it is easy and healing, I don't really have to worry about losing this either. Like, look at how easy. I've barely been touched. And the boss is dead. Where did... Yep, I got 2 boss crates. Nice! Ooh, I'll take that. Can't complain at all. And we hit level 23. Nice. Ooh, that is interesting. I've never seen one of those. The 10 star essence, 16 star essence, and a really nice bow. You kidding? Alright, let me do the thing. I'll sort it all out, and I'll bring you guys back for the fun stuff. And with that, we're just about ready. I will also grab this unidentified relic. Part of the T-Wolf set. Don't think I have any of that yet. But we'll put that in there all the same. So we actually have enough star essence to make our next knowledge star, which is amazing. And we got some spare netherite gear, which is also nice. But the thing I'm more interested in is this. So let's double hand the relic booster packs. Sure. Let's do the mystery boxes. Ooh, a little bit of lag there. And nothing too fancy, but the power bar is nice. And the burger bits too. Put away all of the junk. And let's see whether these 18 cookies get us to level 25. I think they should. One remaining. And you know what? One remaining seems well worth saving. That's good. Level 25. Let's go. Nice. So we now have 8 unspent skill points. I'm going to take Rampage and we'll go with Shaman. That means taking on any bosses is a lot easier. From there, I've been thinking about it a bit. I could do a bunch of different things like strength and whatnot, but for an early on way of keeping ourselves safe, I'm going to get that. And then our next goal will be getting Soul Hunter. So I am now immune to fire. That means no longer do I need these cobalt apples. I have fall damage protection and fire protection at all times. I should be able to go toast me butt on top of here. Perfect. That is super convenient. As well as not needing to have respiration. I know respiration's great, but the rest of it is well worth it. We have an extra boss crate. Things are looking good. So now that we're level 25, not too much changes. I'm still going to be running vaults, and I'm still going to be aiming at upgrading a bunch of things, getting my skills up and whatnot, but we'll be running vaults and running into vault fighters now, which should drop more of this. There we go. Another knowledge star, done and dusted. Oh, I love that sound. Now, the real question is, do I want to bite the bullet straight away and get the drawers research so that I can start storing a lot? Or do I continue to lower the prices for a few to get danks nice and cheap? Because if I purchase drawers, it is going to raise that price. The danks will mean a lot better time inside the vaults themselves, but our storage is getting pretty rough at the moment, and I hate how small these chests are. Interesting. That is a great question. It would require taking 2 more of these to lower danks down to 1, which means that we wouldn't get extra storage for another 1 to Well, we've got 1 star or 1 point so far. So we would have to get 2 more, and then the third one would allow us to start unlocking these. But that being said, it's probably worth it for the danks. More decoration it is. So we've got a couple already on the way to our next one, and we've also got enough diamonds here to make ourselves up a vault diamond block. Very nice. I think we'll take a quick break from doing the vaults for now though, and I'll show you guys over here. I haven't got all of them locked in yet, but I have got trades for Efficiency 5, Power 5, Protection 4, Thorns 3, Silk Touch, Infinity and Fortune, plus Smite 5. I know I already have a Mending Villager tucked away in one of my barrels, so I'll probably bring them over here. And the prices weren't necessarily the best, but I spent a fair bit of time here rolling enchantments. I think what I'll end up doing is creating little spots for them to be stored next to each and every one. Little barrels and stuff tucked around if I can find a spot for them. And I'm going to put a sign over top of every single one showing the trade that they give. So we might make some signs and get that sorted. And then I want to maybe make another little area for some farmers. So I went and got some dark oak signs and then put them around showing off what these guys trade. Looks okay. I'm pretty happy with it for now. Makes it easy for me to see. And if we pop over here, these two that are kind of a little bit more free roam, I can tell they have Power 5 and Efficiency 5. I've just got to select the right one when I want it. I haven't locked these guys' trades in yet, but I will do that eventually and we'll just put some more signs above them. And until then, we're just kind of keeping all of our books in here and the signs as well for later. Now, I've been doing some experimenting. I kind of actually filmed something, but I may have had my microphone muted. So we're going to start from scratch and I'm going to run you through the process. But if it looks like I know what I'm doing, it's because I've done this before. If it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I'm an idiot. So hopefully it looks like the first. I need a couple more things, like a few carts and hoppers and bits and pieces. Once I have all that, I'll meet you guys out in the yard. All right, let's see how we go this time. So I'm going to try and set something up here beside the bee farm. I've already done this, oh my God. But as you can see, I've cleared out an area and let's see what we can do. I went through a few different iterations, and so this is actually good because I've tried out some different things. You'll be able to see what this is all about right here. Melons and pumpkins. I want to make a melon and pumpkin farm that makes use of my Twerker. So because we have level 2 in Twerker, we can grow melons and pumpkins at a range of 2 blocks away in all directions. Or sort of, it's hard to tell. But I want to set it up so that it collects things that I don't and puts them all into a central storage area. So we're actually going to lower everything just a little bit and see what we can come up with. For starters, I want to work out where my water goes. So we'll put that in there. And now I want to do a quick test to see how far the level 2 Twerker will go. Oh, that was my fortune pick. Damn it. Much better. So let's try this out. I want to see whether or not it grows out here. Not quite. Okay. But it will grow 2 away from me. Good to know. So a level 3 Twerker would make this farm a lot better, but we're going to work with what we have. So for starters, we actually need to remove the water temporarily so that we can do some work underneath here. On either side, I want to put 2 hoppers going into the center. From there, we're going to have this central line going all the way through. And we can put that back on top. Fill in the middle bit now, and with some rails here, we're going to put some hopper mine carts just on here. And we're going to push them so that they go up just over both halves, like that. I need to sleep. Hold on. So now, that should be over the top of both of those hoppers. Nice and simply good to go. We can remove that, and putting a block on the back. Oh, there we go. And some blocks in the middle. I should be able to force down these blocks. Now, I can show you something that I actually filmed just before, but obviously the footage is not usable. So this is something very, very convenient. When I put a block facing straight down, or a piston, sorry, it's going to be facing up to me. But if I was facing up, it would be facing straight down. So what I want to do is reverse things. If I press K, it's going to make it as though I'm placing it from the bottom side. Essentially, K selects the side of a square that you are facing. So say I'm facing this way, K would select that side of the square. If I put this down, it puts it as though I'm placing it against that side. So you can see the little cube in the middle, and the way that the piston is facing right now is as though I placed it against that side. So once again, like that, but it doesn't matter which way I'm facing, it's as though I've placed it against that side of a block. That little bit right there. What I can do with this is make it as though I'm placing it against the underside of a block by pressing K while looking up. Now, it automatically puts it facing downwards. And I can do the same thing with these observers. The observers are already looking down in the direction that I need, which is super convenient for making farms like this. So what I can do here is place down a couple of pistons and use some redstone to push all of that down. I can press K a couple of times to get rid of it. And now that should suck up anything that goes onto those two squares, even in the middle by the looks of it, which is amazing. All of that comes down here. I'm going to do the same on this side, and then we can work on a bit of a farm. Now, this is very important. These meadow grass blocks do not work for growing crops. You cannot grow a melon or pumpkin onto this kind of dirt. It doesn't seem to work for me. Don't know whether it's like that for any other kinds of blocks, but I did have to convert these into normal dirt and use that instead. Now what we're going to do is grab 2 melon seeds, 2 pumpkin seeds, and plant them on either side. I'm going to grab a crafting table so that I have that available to me, and then I'm just going to surround this in a tiny little house, a little building of sorts. I'll decorate this all a little bit different later, but for now, this will be nice enough. I'm going to put a double chest just there so that all of the bits and pieces go into it, drop off a bunch of this stuff, and avoid doing that. I accidentally crouched. And now we put in our pistons and everything else. I'm just going to break these. So we look up into the sky, press K, and we can place those nice and easily. Put our observers in the middle, and all we should have to do, that might not work. We'll see whether it works with just the line. No, it needs to be a dot. Damn it, I didn't account for that. We can make this work though. I think all we should have to do is grab some hay and make some target blocks. Please work. Please work. I don't know how to do redstone. If I remove this stuff... Oops, I accidentally deleted a few things there. Grab myself another melon seed. I should be able to just stand here and... Now, by the looks of things, I might need to add a third layer of hoppers underneath the middle so that it sucks up that stuff too, or move 2 of them over into the center of the 4, if that makes sense. But I should be able to just stand here, letting this do its thing, and I'll get heaps of melons and pumpkins. So let's have a look. It is slowly coming through. It might even be too fast for it. I'm going to do some fiddling, and I'm going to see if I can speed up the collection system underneath. All right. Let's see whether that works a little bit better. Those 2 outside ones go through the center, and then these 2 pick up onto those 4 and feed in at 3 times the speed. So we have 1, 2, 3 times the hopper speed. Hopefully it's enough. And with that, we'll see how it goes. Need a couple of those in there, a couple of those in there. I'll quickly turn down my volume slightly because it was probably quite loud before. And some will go to me, and hopefully most of it goes down into the hopper minecarts. I should also see whether or not it's possible for me to do this from 1 block higher. If it is, it is. I can actually stand up here out of the way, and most of it should then go into the hoppers. Some of it's coming in, but that's okay. So I'll grab these couple of things that have spilled out, and we can see it's still going faster than that can handle. So down the line, I might be able to use something modded to keep up with this pace. But if it's going that fast, that means it's faster than anything that would go manually. Why are those not falling in? Huh, do I need 3 rows? Okay, looks like there's a slight bit more troubleshooting to do, but we're on the right track. Okay, 3rd time's a charm. I have put hoppers under everything, and put one under the middle. So we have 1, 2, 3 hopper minecarts, 1, 2, 3, and they go on top of 2 hoppers each. I'm going to grab, actually, let me get rid of a few things here, like so. We'll turn all of these into melons, and now we'll try this out. Hopefully, I don't see anything. Oh, why is that getting stuck? I would have thought that they would be getting picked up from that distance by the hopper minecarts. I might have been a little bit mistaken. I might have to put a hopper minecart on top of every single one. If that's the case, that's the case. But I think once I get it all running and picking up perfectly, this is going to be really efficient and more than enough for my needs, melon and pumpkin wise. Yep, looks like I'm going to have to do one under every single block, but that's okay. 4th time's a charm. After much work, I have managed to get all of the carts individually in each one. Bit of fiddling back and forth, and then I actually had them spill out into the middle because I didn't have a half slab there, but now we have a half slab protecting that. I should be able to put these in here. Now I'm actually going to put the melons closest, and then the pumpkins the furthest away. My thinking is, if there's any spillage of the melons, they're going to come up into my inventory, and the outside ones won't get clogged in with all of the extra. Now, I've made it so that each individual line is now its own hopper line. So we actually have 4 hoppers coming into this individual chest here, this one chest. And I should be able to do something like that. For now. For now, that will do. Yeah, I can still access it. So let's empty this out, put all of that in here. And now hopefully this should work. In fact, I just realized I can go a lot higher, like so. Whew. Please work. It looks like nothing is sitting still. I can't see any spillage. I can't see any carts going anywhere. 4th time's a charm. The instant that something grows there, they're getting broken down. I'm not actually picking up any of the goods, which is also lovely, because they're getting picked up straight away by the hopper minecarts. Do I have a farm? Do I have a working farm after 4 iterations? I like bringing you guys through the trial and error of this because it's a lot of fun. This is using something a little bit out of the vanilla scope, but also using mostly vanilla mechanics. It's just the fact that it's growing up super, super quickly. It's like vanilla plus. And if we stop and have a look in here, that's flowing in pretty quickly. I'm going to go sleep and we'll see how much we got from all of that. Ooh, I forgot I had my elytron. Well, it's going to take a minute, but once that is done, let's see how much we get. Oh, I got really scared there for a second. I heard footsteps and I thought that maybe it was a creeper. But that is still going. And I don't know whether we can get access to the hoppers at the back there. But it seems like the melons just produce far too much. Or more to the point, it's not that they produce more melons overall. You actually get more pumpkins. It's just that it can't handle the speed with which they're grown, which is okay. And down the line, we might be able to find some stuff that allows us to transfer it quicker. For now, if it means just waiting a little bit, that's okay. So be it. So now I have all the melons and pumpkins I'll probably ever need. I can craft these up nice and quickly, and the pumpkins are ready to go at any given moment. So now I can make myself a bunch of farmer villages, trade with them until I'm sure that I've got all of this set up, and then we can make a bunch of emeralds every single day. Cool. That is pretty good. Now that I'm sure that it is working, I'm going to pretty it up a little bit, make it fit in with this, and then we have a nice little farm sitting next to it that we can use at any point. Okay, it was not too far from finishing. That's good. There we go. All right, let's make it a little bit prettier. And now, the final touches, a little bit of fairy lights. Oh yeah, since we unlocked that mod, and now we have a building around it, we can do something like this. It doesn't look that good like that. But how about something small like that? And you can use the individual lights to create little dots of light. It's pretty cool. We'll have to wait till nighttime hits to truly show it off, but these little lights everywhere, we might try some different colors, and I think they'll give off a fairly decent light level. I might try black, something like this, and these could be a really nice way of providing light without actually having it very visible, especially against this stuff. Yes! If that provides a level 15 light on the black, oh my goodness. This could be our new light source. I'm just going to place these around like so, and we'll pop back in once it's nighttime and see whether this place is lit up. It's amazing how well that blends though. Oh, I love it. It does. It actually lights up the area like a torch. So if we bring out our F3 menu, you can see that this block over here is actually lit up by that little light just there, up to an 8. So let's see how these blend in. They're a bit bright, but we might be able to find some really nice ones that match up with the color and hide pretty well. Let's have a look. I've got a bunch of stuff over here. I'm going to try a couple more black ones. I feel like they're the least obtrusive, so a couple of black insects. And let's have a look how these look just sitting on the ground. Not that bad. Putting those alongside paths, tucked into little spots, is such an easy way to light up our entire area. I could get some bone meal and hide it inside the grass, so they're not even that visible. But we have the entire area lit up. This is incredible. Super, super subtle lighting all the way around. This is, oh man, okay. So I'm going to be spamming these lights everywhere, I would say. And then we're going to have far less trouble dealing with mobs. Oh, we're back to the green. The green was a bad idea. But we can also turn them into these long wires and hang them between things if we feel like it. Like that. I feel like the green was a bad choice though. I like green. I don't like the way that looks. But all of a sudden, look how much more lit up that is. You can actually see the spots where I put them. I believe. Is that correct? Down beside there? No, they must be something different. I'm not sure. But either way, this is working beautifully. Like, really beautifully. It's producing more than enough to trade with my villagers. And yeah, look at that. Amazing. It produces more pumpkins than melons. So if we happen to get a couple that just have the pumpkin trade and not the melon trade, I'm okay with that. And this noisy machine will produce so much so quickly. If we wanted to just turn it into a purely pumpkin to avoid the crafting, that would also work quite well. In fact, I'm kind of tempted to do that. It won't be quite as fast to trade because we can't do 2 trades in a day, but it'll be a lot easier to manage than waiting for this to pour in. Nice. And lights everywhere. Oh, I love it. So now, after a little bit of time, spamming some lights all around the place and making up a few extra, putting them in my inventory and going around and lighting this whole place up, we have a pretty illuminated area. You can see they're sort of just dotted around all over the place, and we'll do some more as we continue to expand and find good places for them. But to finish up the episode, I want to run another vault. So, as you can see, I have everything prepared. I no longer need the cobalt apples because fire means nothing. Ah, toasty. And I don't have to worry about drowning either. So that means I can keep a slot in my inventory or in my hotbar for putting down blocks straight away and getting to difficult to reach spots. So that's good. Sort of slowly tidying up the inventory. Once we get some danks and such, we can probably remove some of the shulker boxes and organize a few things to make it a lot nicer. For now though, let's finish off the episode, hopefully, with a really nice vault. Wish me luck. Always get nervous. Resilient, plentiful, and weakened. Interesting. We'll put down a waypoint and let's see how we go. 3 obelisks again in this one. So there is the potential for fighting a boss if we so desire. But with that plentiful, I definitely want to be looking for a room that I can get some ores in. Oh, hello, brother. Also, since we're level 25 now, we have Vault Fighters. Got to keep that in mind. Right off the bat, we've got 2 of the obelisks. So if I decide that I do want to take on the boss, we just have to find 1 more. And I know it's probably going to take some time for people to get used to it, but don't stress about the lava. It's going to take me a while to get used to it too. We'll just block that in. The other thing that I want to see whether we get lucky with is finding vault gear. With a bit of luck, we'll get something right off the bat. Also, I think what I'm going to do is if I find a vault idol, I might roll it in here so that I can put it in my offhand. Getting myself, yes, there we go. Getting myself something that we need straight away. So let's do that. Let's put this in here. Oh, ooh, good to know. For future reference, you cannot roll vault gear in the vault. Okay, since we have the fire resistance, I'm going to come down here and actually have an explore of these rooms, because I always find it a bit risky to do so when you have a chance of burning to death, but now that we sort of got rid of that problem, it's not really as scary. That being said, it is very slow. So I'm only going to do this once unless we find out that there's really good loot in these areas. Doesn't really look like it. And I'm not sure about down below either. Let's see. That goes ridiculously low, but it looks like there's just a floor. Okay. You guys will have to let me know whether or not there's stuff worth looking for down underneath the lava. Otherwise, I probably won't bother. Okay. Well, on we go. The next skill point that I get, I'm definitely going to be grabbing that soul shard skill so that we can start collecting the soul shards and aiming towards buying some good stuff from our vendor. But for this vault, I'm just going to focus on trying to find some good gear, trying to find a few fun bits and pieces now that we've hit level 25, and also aiming for not dying. Goodness me, they were vicious. Come on, break. Nope. We're getting out of here. But aiming for more skill essence would be ideal. And of course, the plentiful. Please and thank you. All right. Ooh, last thing we want to do is get caught by these guys. So as soon as I've killed them, we'll give ourselves some health. If I could find like a dig site, or what is it called? The mine room? I would be very, very happy. So maybe we just do like we did at the start of the episode and keep running. See what we can find in this vault. That is a time altar. It's it's experience. Okay. The little book on the top kind of looked yellow. So, see whether we can get the experience that we need. Ooh, that is good. These little sort of crystal areas are a fantastic find. So if I can get in here, that is so bouncy. In the past, I found really good ore. Ashium. Amazing. Let's go with that. Okay, just need 5 more levels. Not worth it. Ooh, worth it. And moving on. Oh, no we're not. It always surprises me when I find the end of a vault. I feel like it's going to be longer than it actually is. Now, you're fast. We're on the search for a nice room. Either a crystal room or one of those beautiful, beautiful mine rooms would be perfect. But at this point, I will take what I can get, where I can get it. But I'm definitely feeling the higher difficulty. I'm going to take a couple of hardy apples just to keep myself safe. This should be fairly easy to get since we're in one of these rooms. And while there's nothing here, I should quickly put some stuff away. There we go. Flask of Regret is great. We're getting some decent loot. Whoa, we do not like that. The tridents hit so hard, it's actually kind of crazy. So let's just, let's move on. I see another obelisk, which is cool. We can keep that in mind if we feel like we want to take on a boss. Ooh, some vault diamonds is great. So we might use this as our base of operations. That looks like a villager room. Let's head for that. Try our luck with gathering some of the good stuff from down below. Put away everything that we don't need and test our luck. Another power bar is always worthwhile. Oof. The amount of mobs that are showing up now is actually ridiculous though. Alright, let's try our luck. Ooh, yes. Haha, perfect. Since I can keep the blocks in my hand here, I can do that. And now, stay up, out of touch, if I can. That spider is going to be a problem. I need to flood this place with lava. That spider needs to go, and once that's gone, I can probably handle the rest. Nope. Ooh. Let's go stand in some lava, why don't we? While we deal with this, please. There we go. My new defense. Sitting inside of lava. Come here. Okay. Now we can block that back up. Block that back up. And try our luck. Oh, I definitely hate that. But this is very convenient. Phew. Such a satisfying sound. I'll get rid of some of the junk that we don't need from that explosion, and hopefully we didn't lose too much in the fire. Nice. Now, 6 minutes left. Oof. Let's loot this place up real quick. Not like that. And we'll go back up top and maybe take on a boss? What is happening here? How are they taking damage like that? Oh, because I've got the, I accidentally used my rampage, which does kind of suck. Let's heal up one more time. And I think I might just have enough time left for my rampage to have its cooldown and come back. So we'll just be careful, take our time, and get rid of all this while we can. Ooh, that could be bad. Oh. Whew. I'm not having a lot of luck here with these silverfish. Oh, they are really horrible to deal with. This is not good. Okay, we're running. We are running away, otherwise we're going to die. Not great. I think I'm going to ignore the rest of this area. I'm going to get up top and reevaluate whether or not I feel like it's worth trying for this boss. So, we'll put away whatever we can of all of this. I think we might grab this potion just to get ourselves a little bit of extra health. Phew. And we'll chug down some of these. It looks like my rampage has nearly reset, so we have that to look forward to. I'm going to try out... which one? This house that I haven't been into? Carefully select that. Okay. We didn't get any luck with the rooms as far as ores go, but it is what it is. You can't always make the most use of what modifiers you get. You just got to try your best and hope. I'll grab a few blocks and some stuff like that. And I think this is it. Definitely want to get rid of a skeleton first. Alright, we use that. We use that. And we get a perfect boss to take on. This one's easy because I don't have to worry about the fire damage, but I do have to worry about creepers. And do we have the box? Where is the box? Oh, phew. There we go. Another success. Are you done yet? You are. Good. Before I get any new ones, let's throw you away. Ooh, nice. So, we got ourselves a few pieces of vault gear. Leggings, helmet, and boots, which is cool. Plus we got an idol earlier on, an unidentified relic. But other than that, nothing too impressive. This, on the other hand, is pretty full. Let me do the sorting thing. Okay, we'll go put this away in there. Just a jade apple, nothing too impressive. We might actually purchase this flask of regret and just see what it is. Summon Eternal. Interesting. We don't even have that yet, but we might need it in the future. And now, oh no, I'll make you guys wait. Let's do these ones first. One day I'll get a Picarang. Okay, now we got 2 vault idols and some leggings. The leggings are scrappy, helmet scrappy plus, the rest of them scrappy plus. So hopefully we get some good luck. Ooh, exciting. +1 to armor. not as bad as it could be, and it has a level. +3 to armor toughness, or 0.3, and it also has a level. Ooh, that would be good if we didn't already have our Elvish. Tenocidal, that is good. I like that. If we have that in our hand, we can run around and not worry about witches or trapped poison things. That's great. So, all in all, not the worst. We are quickly running out of space though. So, first thing I'll do is chuck some unbreaking on this, like so. And I think in the next episode, we're going to make some steps towards getting more mods. I would like to, at minimum, get myself to the dank level. We might not have the materials for it, but I would like to have it unlocked. We have 6 out of the 9 unique ores from the vaults, plus a decent supply of some other stuff. So I just need to get a couple more of those. With a bit of luck, running some vaults, we should find some. We actually got a little bit more star essence. So I'm on my way to having enough for the next one. I just need 5 times 8, 45 more. And we already have a vault diamond block and nearly enough for another one. So we are making decent progress. And in this episode, we built a little farm thing and made some lights. It's so good. So I have these up here. I'm probably going to set myself up with some farmers in between episodes. I was planning on doing this bit up here, but I spent a lot more time in the vaults and also a lot more time designing and fiddling with that. We're nearly at level 25, so in the next episode, after taking on our first vault, we should be able to get the soul shard bag and start looking towards, ooh, that would be a good one, but start looking towards using the shop and seeing if we get lucky with some of the trades. This is now working perfectly, so I don't think I'm going to have to worry about emeralds anymore, and I don't have to waste all of my iron. Yeah, that's not bad. And we definitely have a few of these set up. Ooh. One of you, that one. I tried out the trick that somebody mentioned in the comments to do with using scaffolding. Didn't quite work, but that's okay. Honey blocks it is for now. I could try something with carpets, but the honey's not the worst. So with that, I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you liked the little farm that I managed to stumble my way through. That's our mending villager. And we had some decent luck in the vaults. Nice. We have now taken on 15 vaults. Died in our first one, bailed in 9, and we've beaten 5 bosses. Pretty good. In the next episode, one of the vaults we do might be a cake vault, just to try it out and see how we go. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, please leave a like. I appreciate it a lot. Lets me know that you guys are enjoying what I'm making, and it helps others see it as well. I would like to thank my Patreon supporters, and I also will throw out there, I don't do this very often at all, but if you would like to help support me and help me continue to do this full time and grow and be able to take care of myself while doing it, I do have a Patreon. You can pledge as much or as little as you like, down to $1. It comes with some benefits like having access to certain areas of the Discord where I do post thumbnails and such before the videos are released and talk about things that's happening behind the scenes. Plus, it gives you some access to my community SMP with a little bit more houses available to you and other fun goodies like wearing hats and such. I don't do that often because I don't really like the idea of having to do this for a monetary reason, but at the end of the day, I am putting a lot of effort into this, and I appreciate you guys who have chosen to support me already. So, thank you to the Patreons that have been on the screen during that. I appreciate you guys a lot, and I hope you guys all take care of yourself until the next episode. Alright everyone, we're going to start doing this at the end of my episodes. Whoop!